At 18 years old, I started working out because I was skinny and weak. But since then, I've been able to build over 20 pounds of muscle naturally. Now, I know I'm not some enormous IFBB pro bodybuilder, but I've come a long way since my start. And in this video, I'm sharing 20 things that I wish I knew 15 years ago about building muscle. Number one is that building muscle takes a ton of time and patience. If you can build even 1 pound of muscle per month, that's considered an excellent rate of muscle gain. So if you're gaining like 4, 5, 6 pounds in a month, that's nowhere near all muscle. Number two is if you don't use it, you lose it, which means if you aren't working out a muscle group, you're probably gonna lose muscle in that area. And this is why it's so important to strength train consistently as we get older, because believe it or not, at any age, you can lose muscle if you're not working out that area. For example, I'm 33 right now. If I just stopped working out altogether, I would absolutely lose muscle. Number three is that you aren't destined to lose most of your muscle as you age. We're sort of thought to believe that as we get older, into our 70s, 80s, and 90s, that we're just supposed to shrivel up into little, frail, decrepit beings. But the truth is, generations before us didn't have the information and knowledge to understand how important strength training was for staying mobile and strong and durable. But if you continue strength training and taking care of your body, you can actually maintain a good portion of your muscle and strength even as you get older. Number four is that you don't have to spend an hour training each individual muscle group. When I first started working out, I'd spend an hour on my chest, an hour on my biceps, an hour on my triceps. This amount of volume just isn't necessary. You can build or maintain muscle doing even just 1 to 3 exercises per muscle group in a given workout, and it can still be highly effective. I would even argue that if you're doing as much volume as I was in the past, an hour per muscle group, that you're gonna risk injury way more. Which brings me to number 5, which is training intensity is more important than volume. So this is basically the level of difficulty for each and every set that you do. Make every set difficult and try to finish between 1 and 3 reps away from failure. Believe it or not, even just 1 to 2 sets of each exercise is effective if you're training just a couple reps away from absolute failure. And by the way, this goes for whether you're doing really heavy weight for few reps or lightweight for a ton of reps. Regardless of how much weight you're using, it should be a really difficult set. Number 6 is that proper form is king. I would make practicing proper form like the most important thing that you focus on in your training. Because if you're ego lifting or neglecting form, you're gonna be at a higher risk of injury. And you're probably even going to recruit other muscle groups to help lift the weight in exercises that you're not even trying to work that muscle group. For example, in a bench press, you're generally trying to work your chest, but if you're not practicing proper form, you may very well recruit much of the delts and the shoulders or the triceps to do more of the lifting. So you're not even heavily focusing on that muscle group you're trying to train anyway, and it's all because of form. Not to mention, if you are practicing improper form and you hurt yourself and you have to spend 6 or 12 months not working out, that's gonna really hurt your fitness and your health and your physique. And what else is really gonna hurt your fitness and your health and your physique is if you're not subscribed to my channel, because I make videos like this every single week. Number 7 is that you can build muscle in any rep range, whether it's 20 reps or 5 reps. Because as we were talking about before, with the proper execution and form and level of difficulty in each set, you can successfully build muscle doing either. But you should still do number 8, which is train in various rep ranges. And my reasoning for this is because experiencing what a set feels like doing only 3 to 5 reps compared to what a set feels like doing 20 to 25 reps. It's so wildly different, and the level of control you need to display with much heavier weight for only 3 or 4 reps versus maintaining proper technique for 20 plus reps. That experience is valuable for your training, experience, and knowledge. Number 9, follow a structured program from day one. Please do this, because I didn't, and it drastically hurt my ability to see the results I wanted earlier on and take advantage of what they call newbie gains in the first 1 to 2 years. And don't do what I did, which is just train the muscle groups you like best, because you could develop muscle imbalances or injuries that may take a long time to fix. Number 10, you can't buy a great physique. Even with all the money and all the drugs and the supplements, you still have to put in work for years and be consistent to build and earn a great physique. And this is one thing I love about fitness. There could be a multi-millionaire who's super successful in life, and he just can't figure out how to get in better shape, and he can't even buy his way to a better physique. Meanwhile, someone who's working a minimum wage job and training at Planet Fitness can be absolutely ripped and shredded. Number 11, there's truly no quick fixes. You should go into your fitness journey expecting that it's gonna take years, not months, to build the body composition and physique that you want. So if it was me, this is what I recommend to clients: focus on the habits and the routines that you're ingraining into your life, and make that the focus. These habits and routines that you're just gonna do year after year forever. Because if you focus on that, the results in your body and your health are gonna follow. Number 12, to look shredded, you need to actually lower your body fat percentage, not gain more mass. Because the leaner you are, the more pronounced and vascular your muscles look, because there's such little body fat around the muscles. When I was younger, I used to think the opposite. To look like a men's physique competitor or a fitness model, I thought that I needed to gain a bunch of muscle mass. So I was actually doing the opposite of what would get me to look like a fitness model or men's physique competitor. I was eating tons of food. I was force feeding myself food to try to gain muscle. And the truth is, I was raising my body fat percentage and getting further away from looking like that. Number 13, even if building muscle is your focus, you should still do cardio. This is mainly for overall health reasons. Doing some form of cardio and movement is absolutely crucial for keeping a strong heart and cardiovascular system and just overall health in general. We should all be doing some form of cardio, regardless of what our fitness goals are. Number 14, stick with the same program for 2 to 3 months. This allows you to train in a progressive overload style so that you can get stronger at this collection of exercises and order of exercises and rep schemes before changing it up. Because a huge mistake people make often when building muscle is hopping from one program or diet to the next too frequently, and it not allowing your body to actually build upon that collection of exercises. Number 15 is to hit each muscle group twice in the week. As of today's science, this seems to be optimal for building muscle as far as frequency of how often to train a muscle group. Of course, you can build muscle hitting each muscle group once in the week or 3 times in the week, but generally speaking, twice in the week seems to be ideal right now. Number 16 is that tracking your macros will skyrocket your ability to build muscle. Training hard and training properly is great, but paired with eating the right amount of proteins and carbs and fats, that takes your results to a whole new level. And if you have more advanced goals, like not only building muscle, but doing it while minimizing fat gain or keeping a leaner physique or lower body fat percentage, this is where tracking macros makes an enormous difference in your ability to shape your body composition. Number 17, don't eliminate carbs. If you care about building muscle, carbs are going to be extremely beneficial because it's the body's preferred fuel source for training and exercise. And if you eliminate carbs or eat really, really low carbs, you're eliminating your glycogen stores in your muscle cells, which makes it way harder to train and get stronger and have good quality workout. Number 18, free weights, cables, and machines. All of these pieces of equipment can be excellent tools for building muscle. And there's not one tool that's like required to build muscle. For example, you don't need to use a barbell, or you don't need to barbell back squat or do these traditional Olympic lifts. You could even make the argument that using machines is actually more ideal for building muscle because it really puts you in a stable position and helps isolate the muscles even more. I personally love to use a combination of all three: free weights, cables, and machines. Number 19, sleep is wildly important. If you can get 7 or more hours of sleep consistently, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna make a big difference in your ability to get stronger and build muscle. And I understand that this isn't as in control for everybody. Like, I have a lot of clients who are new parents, and that obviously disrupts sleep, you know, some more than others. But if you have somewhat reasonable control over how much sleep you get and the quality of sleep you get, you should really prioritize this as one of the most important things when it comes to your fitness and building muscle. And not to mention, if you are chronically low on sleep or getting not enough sleep, believe it or not, it makes everything else, not only in your fitness, but in your life, a lot harder. It makes it harder to stick to your nutrition plan and eat well. It makes it harder to have good quality workout. It makes it harder to get in the mood to go to the gym at all. It makes it harder to stay in a good mood, and it certainly makes it like radically harder to perform at a high level cognitively. Number 20, work with a professional sooner. This is like the one major regret I have in my own fitness journey. I spent 4 years doing trial and error, making mistakes in the gym, making mistakes in my nutrition. And like I mentioned earlier, it really hurt my ability to capitalize on those newbie gains in the first couple years of my fitness journey. I could have seen way more results sooner and put myself on a better path with my fitness if I got things right and had some guidance from day one. So if I could go back and do it again, I'd save myself years of trying to figure it out with trial and error. And I'd accelerate my own results and my own learning. And I'd essentially pay for speed and certainty in knowing that what I'm doing is the right thing to be focusing on. Now, if you want to build muscle, get stronger, and get in the best shape of your life in the next 6 months, I encourage you to check out my Modern Man coaching program down below. You can fill out the form and book an intro call with me directly, and we can go over your goals and see what might make the most sense for you. But I really hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to my channel because I make new videos like this every week. And I also go live every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope to see you there, and I'll catch you on the next video, which I'm gonna leave for you right up here, because when it comes to building muscle and keeping a lower body fat percentage, that video specifically will really help you do that. So I'll catch you over there.